Good morning, LKN. Mamie is off somewhere eating breakfast or drinking coffee and talking with a bunch of veterans. We're hanging out here at Richard's Coffee Shop in downtown Mooresville. We're really excited. 9 o'clock, the POW MIA ceremony begins. Again, that opportunity to honor, remember, and celebrate this entire week. I'm joined by two gentlemen who get to hang out with all these people in Mooresville pretty consistently. Commissioners West and DeWeese here joining me this morning. How are you, gentlemen?
Good.
All right, you guys, what do you think? Okay, you've done this now a couple of times. Mooresville decided not just a day anymore. Y'all decided, hey, we need a whole week or 10 days for all of this?
Absolutely. I think I like to think of ourselves as the most patriotic town in North Carolina, if not the country. So why put it into one day when you can make it last a whole week, honoring the veterans who served so that we have the freedoms that we have today?
Yeah, Commissioner West, you served. Share with us your service and when you joined the military and how that went for you.
So obviously, I'm a little older, so I was in the old Corps, what we call the old Marine Corps. So we didn't run in tennis shoes or shorts. It was what we call boots and utes. And I served, I was 7 years in the Marine Corps, and that was 78. I started out in 78 through 85, and then I got out. And then I became a police officer. And I went to Aurora, Colorado, and I went to Albuquerque, New Mexico, where I finished up my law enforcement career. And then one day I was getting shot at again, and I said, well, I'm going to go back to college.
Yes.
So I went and got into technology, and then years later I moved here to Mooresville, and I loved it so much. And I love the esprit de corps and how much they supported veterans. And I'm like, this is home for me now. And I loved it so much, I ran for election. So
a glutton for punishment, I guess. That's right. Punishment. Well, Commissioner West, we appreciate your service. Commissioner Tommy DeWeese, you didn't serve in the military, but you've taken on a life of service of being an elected official as well. What's that been like for you?
It's been very interesting. I spent my whole life as a civil servant, started working with the government when I was 17. And I've worked with the scouting program and with the American Field Service and just, volunteered my whole life, and it just seemed like something good to do in retirement, and sometimes I have second thoughts about that.
You could nitpick, I guess, something in Mooresville that you don't like, but there's not much, I would imagine. How did y'all get to this point that there's this much excitement, there's this much? I mean, you guys bring through platinum recording artists, you guys bring through major events, you've got these opportunities to really celebrate, and the community participates in it. What's the secret?
I would say it's the staff that we have that works for our town and the vision they bring. So if you look at Christine Patterson, she manages all these events, and I'll be honest, she's a rock star. So we're very lucky to have her in that capacity. She puts on some amazing events, but we have amazing people that live here too. So it takes both, right? And so I look at the people that live here, they get engaged with us, they get engaged with the town, they love what we have to offer. And probably, maybe in 2009, 2008, if you were to come downtown, it was a ghost town. There's like nothing here. So I also think the Mooresville Downtown Commission has done a tremendous job in helping kind of create this hallmark Christmas card spirit downtown. And when Richards moved into this building, because it was initially started by Richard Warren, so he was a warrant officer in Vietnam, and the biggest thing for him is when he came home, it wasn't like World War I, II, or the Korean War. He just felt that veterans of the Vietnam War didn't really get a warm welcome home. So that's when he created this coffee shop. And if you take the time to look around here, there's so much memorabilia. And so when you get here, and I encourage everybody that's veterans to come to Richards and sign the Book of Honor. And it's just such a, it's such a heartwarming event when you sign that Book of Honor and they ring the bell and bring you into the brother and sisterhood of military. So that's what it is. It's a vibe that you don't find it anywhere else.
I think maybe mentioned over 20,000 people, a big number of people. Commissioner DeWeese, from your perspective of finding the ways to help with the needs of veterans, right? That's one group, but there's a lot of different needs in the community. How do you find balance on this? Because there seems to be a good one, because everyone seems pretty happy. They're really smiling right now.
Well, I think a lot of the balance is visiting and listening to the people and what it is that drives them and what makes them want to be in Mooresville. And if you look at the focus that we've had on building public parks, The skate park is a huge thing. And you just keep going through all the different things that Mooresville does. And as Commissioner West mentioned, our downtown has become a true focus for the town of Mooresville. And it was interesting to me, in a recent number that they gave us, is we're getting 3.5 million people a year visiting our downtown.
Wow, just visiting.
Just visiting.
Wow.
And they come down here, and it's just, to me, it's just an amazing thing. I think a lot of it is people hear about Mooresville, they see what we do, they see how we, well, as I've heard some of the other commissioners say, go home or go big or go home, right? We have what I consider some of the most star attractions in the area, the top-rated public golf course, one of the largest skate parks, and you just kind of go through all that. It's just a lot to do here in Mooresville, and I think it's a great town. And if we can come up with a good solution for traffic and making it affordable for our children in the future, because I hear a lot, people saying, how are my children going to afford to live here? So I've spent a lot of effort looking at affordable housing, and I think that all those things kind of combined kind of paint a picture of a glowing and prosperous Mooresville.
Well, not even just affordable, but veteran housing as well. I hear that next week you guys have a groundbreaking on Veterans Day.
That's correct.
Share that information with us, would you?
Sure. So for a while now, we've had this idea of a Veterans Village, and the land that we had over across from the War Memorial had been targeted for that. And it was kind of, hit or miss. We were trying to move through that. And then suddenly the big breakthrough came where Lowe's Corporation held extra pennies for Homes for Vets. And then the actual organization, Homes for Vets, all of it kind of came together out at Lowe's one day with a couple of our elected officials. And this idea was born as, rather than building a single home here and there, why not build a whole village? And so we've worked with that and worked through that, and I think that it's coming to fruition now. And it's really kind of exciting. 14 homes over there across from the War Memorial.
There's a lot of needs, right, in general, too. There's a lot of wants. Yep. If we put that category of needs and wants, I'm sure you guys get an earful of both all the time. How do you balance all? How do you find the time to balance all that?
Well, it takes a lot. I mean, it's really a 7x24 job. I mean, I'll have people call me, at 8:30 at night or 9 p.m. on a Saturday saying, somebody left a refrigerator out on the curb. I'm like, okay, well,
come pick it up, Commissioner
Come pick it up. I kid you not. But just a touch a little bit, because I do want to give credit where credit's due on this Patriot Village. It started actually about 7 years ago with an intern that we had here.
Oh, wow.
And just shout out Mr. Blue, Martin Blue. So he's the one. And he said, you know what? You've got Richard's Coffee Shop down here. You've got the War Memorial. There are a lot of veterans here. What if we did attainable housing for veterans? And we put it right across from the War Memorial. So it started then, and we never let go of that dream. We just continued to pound away at it to find a way to make things work and for it to come to fruition. And if you look at it, you've got Liberty Park, where all these amazing concerts are held, right?
Yeah.
Right next to it is the Veterans Promenade. Then you've got the War Memorial, and then you're going to have Patriot Village, right? So we just kind of built on that theme, and it's like, what a better place, what is a better place than here to celebrate those that make sure we have the freedoms we do today. So that's really kind of where that got to. And if you look, our police department has a lot of veterans on it, so does our fire department. And believe it or not only are we almost fully staffed on our police department, but people here in Mooresville, they love our police officers and they love our firefighters. So we're just patriotic.
And people are moving here right now. They're wanting to be here, right? There's no doubt that there is significant demand to be in this area. Thinking through the future and what the growth is, right? You mentioned an intern 7 years ago had an idea, and then look where it's at. So the ideas you guys are coming up with, what's going through your mind as you think 10, 20, 30 years down the road for the town of Mooresville?
Well, we're looking at a lot of different items. One of them is Exit 38, because believe it or not, we really do need another exit. What we need is something to get all of that heavy industrial traffic out of our downtown and going headed to the highway, and that's where Exit 38 comes in. And then even in the current vision of the Mooresville Tomorrow plan, and trying to look and say, how do we make this growth work for everybody, not just the new people coming in, but the people that live here already, and looking where we can put in roads that are going to help ease some of that traffic. And so a lot of it is about looking down the road towards the future and saying, how do we begin to plan for that, as opposed to growth happening to us? How do we manage that growth so it benefits everybody?
Quality of life. What's that mean to you, Commissioner West?
So quality of life to me starts with feeling safe, right? So when you come downtown, when you visit our parks, and you leave and you go to your vehicle, you want to feel safe. You know, you can't really have that quality of life unless you feel safe. So, you know, we have an ISO 1 rated fire department, and there are only 30 in the entire state that have that rating.
Oh, wow.
And that's out of 1,513 fire departments.
Oh, wow.
We have single-digit crime rate. Most of it comes up from the Charlotte region. Sorry
for that, by the way. We just send it up here, and then between you guys in Mooresville and Sheriff Campbell, we say, hey, they'll get caught at some point. So,
well, we do. We generally tend to chase you till we get you, and that's not every department does that. Our officers are very, very safe when they do that. We still probably call off more than we pursue, but the idea is, if you let crime in, you'll never get it out. So, me personally, it's about making sure that people feel safe here, and if they feel safe, they can really enjoy everything Mooresville has to offer.
How about you, Commissioner DeWeese?
Well, so I think in addition to feeling safe, because it all starts there, but it's also feeling welcome, and it's feeling like everything that you need is within easy reach. You know, in spite of traffic being as bad as it is, you can still get to most places within town, you know, in 10 or 15 minutes, which is very convenient. But it's looking at all of that and making sure that we have a town staff that meets the needs of our employees. Our customers, our citizens, and it's what those individuals do for us on a daily basis is remarkable, from sanitation to water delivery and everything else. It's a phenomenal thing, and all that pulled together is a quality of life.
Commissioner West, Commissioner DeWeese, thank you so much. We're excited. At 9 o'clock, the POW MIA ceremony, that time to honor, to remember, and a whole 10 days of it. Thank you both for what you do, for the services you have and that you are currently doing. We're grateful for both of you.
Well, we appreciate you coming down here and broadcasting at Richard's Coffee Shop. So you guys are awesome. Thank you very much.
I'll hang out here as long as they'll let me. They'll kick me out at some point. So.
Absolutely.
Speaking of the POW MIA ceremony, it's about to get started. We hope you make time to come out to Mooresville this week up until Veterans Day. A lot of great festivities. Be sure to check out online townofmooresvillenc.com. Thanks again to Richard's Coffee. Hang out this morning. We're back in studio tomorrow. Have a great day, my kith.